We are back for Thursday Thunder, and this is a huge event because this will be Ric Flair's last television appearance for WCW. He announced at the end of last month that he would be retiring at the end of this month. This is the last television show. So, we've got an angle here. Ric Flair is going to come out and announce his retirement. Booker T then challenges him to one last match. That match is going to be a cage match at the end of tonight. This will end their feud, and it will also end in a handshake. So, I'm hoping this goes down well. I know it's quite early to end the feud, but this is Ric Flair's last appearance, so it's better doing this than just ending it off camera. And it'll be a good send-off for Ric Flair. Even if he doesn't win, he gets to shake Booker T's hand. So, we're going to start the show off. Corporal Cajun's going to beat Chavo Guerrero. Then we're going to have that famous angle. The Mamalukes are going to beat Mike Sanders and Kiwi. The Cat is going to get his revenge on Kanyon and beat him up backstage. Shane Douglas is going to retain his TV title over Conan. Kevin Nash and Goldberg are going to be involved in an angle where they are held apart from each other. The Filthy Animals are going to retain their tag titles over Boogie Nights. And Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire are going to make an appearance at some point in that match. Then we've got an interview with Dusty Rhodes, bad-mouthing Sid yet again. Rick Steiner is going to win over Norman Smiley. Then we've got an interview with Scott Steiner saying how it was a fluke that Goldberg won last week and that he's coming back for Sting and he's going to get his world title back. Let's start the show. A very good opener here. Very good, 76%. That is very good for an opener. Crowd were pretty up for it. Match quality again, bang on point as usual. Okay, this next angle should go through the roof, and it gets 91%. You know, this is Ric Flair saying he's going to be retiring. It should be getting a bit more than that. Anyway, a good rating again, double A. I think this is going to be a really good show overall. Double A team, Mamalukes, Chris Kanyon, the Cat. That angle went down very well. Conan beating Shane Douglas. This is on course to be one of our highest rated shows. Goldberg lost overness from this segment. That's not good. So let's see how it went. 74%. Is it the worst so far? Kevin Nash is in the ring. Goldberg comes out onto the stage. They trade insults back and forth, building toward a match between the two. That keeps that feud alive, but it didn't go as well as I hoped it would. Boogie Nights and Filthy Animals were back on track. Good score for that. Dusty Rhodes, that got a very good score. And I think it's Rick Steiner up next. He never gives a great in-ring performance, but maybe if his morale is a bit more up now, he will. Well, it's better for him. Norman Smiley lost overness, Rick Steiner gained overness. That's not exactly what I wanted, but I guess I should have had Norman Smiley win that one, but never mind. Not a bad rating. Scott Steiner, that segment did well. Now, in theory, a cage match between two of the hottest guys in the company, Booker T and Ric Flair, added to the fact that this is Ric Flair's last match for WCW. This should be getting close to 100% unless something goes horribly wrong, and the crowd reaction is there. Ric Flair lost overness from the match and he lost overness from the feud ending, but he's leaving, so I don't think he cares really. The match quality wasn't great. Let's see how it ended. Booker T moves in with the kill. Here it comes. Bookend. Flair climbs the cage but gets pulled off by Booker, who then climbs up and over. We have a winner. Booker T extends his hand to Flair and it is accepted. They shake. That's a good way for Ric Flair to bow out. 78%. I think that's our highest, or joint highest. Oh, didn't we get an 80 recently? That is up there with the best shows we've put on, though. So really happy with that. Now let's see. Thunder going head to head. I thought they got a really good rating, but oh well. Chavo Guerrero wants to go against Shane Helms. Okay, we will get onto that. Let's have a look now. Quick look. Unhappy workers. Goldberg's at 17. He's not gone down, so that's okay. Has Booker T lost any overness from his feud ending with Ric Flair? No, he's well over 100. And Ric Flair, just to see, 96. His morale's 87. Has Booker T's gone up from 66, 7? He's gone up to 70. Overall, successful feud that. Ric Flair's leaving, and Jeff Jarrett has just become a main eventer. Jeff Jarrett is going to become one of the heels of the company. Has come at a much needed time as well. Let's see how the other feuds are going. Scott Steiner and Sting definitely has the upper hand in that feud. Here we go. This feud has been built up superbly. I'd end it with a gimmick. So, you know what the main event is going to be next show. Scott Steiner versus Sting in a gimmick match. But the question is Sting going to retain his world title, or is Scott Steiner going to win it back? You'll have to wait and see. Very even with Jeff Jarrett and Dustin Rhodes. Filthy Animals and O'Hare Palumbo, again very even. Sid and Dusty. Dusty has got the upper hand just. Goldberg Nash. Goldberg has just got the upper hand there. Buff and DDP. They're all very close feuds, these. And Kanyon the Cat's hardly got going. Chris Kanyon's got the upper hand there. And you can see the fans are loving all those feuds except for Filthy Animals and O'Hare Palumbo, and it's still not a bad feud. So there we have it. There's our show. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you back at Monday Nitro. And you know what the main event's going to be: Scott Steiner versus Sting for the world title to finally end that feud.